Well, Jim, our next question via the Cult of Cornette Facebook group was sent by John Trobow. What is Jim's favorite face versus face and heel versus heel match?
Call me crazy, but the best, most enjoyable, most logical, sensible, made sense-able, whatever the fucking phrase I'm looking for, babyface program that I ever saw was the one that Dutch Mantell and Jerry Lawler did in 1982, where they were both the two top single baby faces in Memphis and managed to get in a program over the Southern title, cut scathing promos on each other for several weeks, have a goddamn, I think they main evented 3 weeks in a row in maybe 4, don't have the book in front of me, in Memphis, and sold somewhere around, 30,000 tickets for that series just in that building alone at a time when business was not doing so well. And neither one of them switched heel. And the people bought it and they actually picked sides. And Lawler had Memphis probably 60-40 or 70-30. And they were 50-50 in Louisville. And Dutch had Nashville 70-30. Because they didn't like Lawler because he didn't show up a lot anyway. They knew he didn't want to come up here on Saturday nights. And it fit. And neither guy did anything that the other person, or let me say this again properly. Neither guy did anything that they would not have done if they were who they were presented to be when they were on television. And they both had been heels in the past, so the people could remember that they had that little streak in them. But it was brilliant. And like I said, it picked business up. When Dutch was the Southern champion, didn't really have anybody to defend against. And Lawler was in between programs with his out-of-town, talent that he would bring in. And they did better than bringing in big talent because the people bought it and they wanted to see what would happen. And within a couple weeks after it was over with, because of what Jimmy Hart did, they were both back teaming together to fight the common enemy, and everybody, it made perfect sense. That's my favorite heel or babyface program.
That's a babyface. Well, that was a program, then I guess match too, but this was about matches.
Well, and matches too.
What about heel versus heel?
Do the midnight account against Tully and Arn, because for a while until we became these sympathetic baby faces.
That counts.
We were, goddamn, I made more money off of that for the 6 weeks it lasted or whatever than I did working almost anybody except the Rock and Roll Express, and actually a little bit more in some cases than the payoffs for them. So, and it drew for all those 6 weeks. And I thought they did a great job with their matches because there was 4 tag team experts. So that would have been my favorite heel program.
Is there any more footage of the matches that you know of that isn't out there already in circulation in terms of fan footage or whatever?
I don't think so, because the title change is out there because the one guy in Philly in the stands, and I think we did one match. It was either a dark match or it didn't even start on television. We did a dark match at a TV taping. They might have taped it. And otherwise it was all house shows.